This is what happens after the intro, a video series by Match B2B that looks at the patterns that determine whether international B2B connections actually turn into long-term customers, repeat business, and growing revenue, or quietly disappear after a promising start. I'm Brandon Cohen, an international B2B partnerships and growth advisor. I work with companies across markets and industries, and I see what happens after introductions are made, when deals either mature into real customers or slowly fade away. In this episode, we're looking at one of the most dangerous patterns in B2B growth. When early success is measured wrong, churn is already in motion. Most customer churn does not start when a contract is canceled. It starts months earlier. It starts when teams believe progress is happening, while the customer's reality hasn't actually changed. Early in a collaboration, almost everything looks positive. Systems are installed, access is granted, people are trained. Internally, reports show activity. Externally, the customer is still operating the same way. That gap is where churn is born. You can see this clearly in industrial and manufacturing environments. Siemens has documented digital transformation projects where early success was defined as system installation, training completion, and data availability. Those projects were reported as successful, budgets were approved, teams moved on, but production planning, maintenance decisions, and operational priorities inside the customer organization did not change. The result was predictable. Engagement declined. Expansion discussions stalled. Renewals became harder, not because the technology failed, but because the customer never experienced a meaningful operational shift. The same dynamic appears in heavy equipment and OEM environments. Caterpillar connected thousands of machines and measured early success by connectivity and data volume. From a vendor perspective, adoption looked strong. From the customer's perspective, nothing felt different. Maintenance was still reactive. Downtime was still unexpected. When renewal or expansion conversations arrived, customers questioned the value. Churn risk increased long before any formal dissatisfaction appeared. Only when early success was redefined around reduced downtime and changed maintenance behavior did retention and upsell improve. You see this again in logistics and global operations. Maersk has spoken publicly about digital initiatives where early success was initially measured by platform usage and digital booking rates. Usage went up, revenue did not. Why? Because handoffs, delays, and exception handling remained unchanged. Customers did not feel operational relief. As a result, digital adoption did not translate into loyalty or expansion. Momentum returned only when success was measured by faster turnaround times and fewer disruptions, outcomes customers could feel. The same pattern applies in aerospace. GE Aviation implemented advanced monitoring systems across fleets. Early success reports focused on system uptime and data collection, but airlines did not change maintenance planning or asset utilization. When renewal discussions came up, the question wasn't about the system. It was about value. Only when early success was defined as fewer grounded aircraft and longer time on wing did retention and long-term contracts stabilize. Across all of these industries, the connection is clear. When early success is measured by activity, customers stay polite but disengaged. When early success is measured by operational change, customers stay invested. Churn is rarely emotional. It's structural. Customers don't leave because they are unhappy. They leave because nothing meaningful changed. Expansion doesn't fail because sales teams underperformed. It fails because the foundation for value was never built early on. That's why this pattern matters. If early success does not change how the customer operates, churn is already likely. If early success creates visible, felt change, retention and growth follow naturally. This episode is not about analytics or KPIs. It's about prediction. Because you can predict churn months in advance by asking one simple question. What is the customer doing differently today that they were not doing before? If the answer is unclear, momentum is fragile. If the answer is concrete, revenue has room to grow. That is what happens after the intro.